All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're tackling a massive question, one that's probably on the mind of every single medical aspirant who feels like they're running out of time. Is it really possible to go from where you are now to a government medical seat in just 6 months? Well, we've got a practical, no-flush roadmap for you.
Yeah, this is the big one, right? The clock's ticking, the pressure is on, and 6 months can feel like absolutely nothing. It's a huge source of anxiety. So let's cut to the chase and answer the most important question first. Can it actually be done?
And the answer, according to our source material, is a massive, definite yes. And look, this isn't just some motivational fluff. The source points to real students who've done it, some even in less time, like 4 months of pure, focused work. So the very first thing you've got to do is get the doubt out of your head. It's possible, the time is enough, if you use it right. Okay, so here's the game plan we're going to break down. First, we'll talk about the 6-month challenge itself. Then your unbreakable daily routine. This one's a biggie. After that, a specific subject-by-subject strategy. We'll also cover the repetition secret, the key to actually getting selected. And finally, we'll talk about embracing the real journey, the mental side of things. First up, let's get our mindset right. 6 months, that's about 180 days. You have to stop seeing that as a handicap. It's an opportunity. Think about it. Our source says if you dedicate yourself to any skill for 6 months, you can get to a professional level. The time is there. The real question is, what are you going to do with it? And that brings us to, honestly, the most important part of this whole thing, your daily routine. This isn't just a friendly suggestion. It's presented as the absolute, non-negotiable foundation for your success. And it all comes down to just one magic number. And that number is 6. This is it. This is the number that's going to be your best friend for the next 180 days. It's the core commitment you have to make. 6. What exactly? 6 hours of daily self-study. And let me be super clear about this. This is not your coaching time. This isn't watching lectures online. This is time that is completely separate from all of that. This is you alone with your books, actively learning and solving problems. This is where the real work happens. So, how do you break it down? It's actually super simple. 2 hours for physics, 2 for chemistry, and 2 for biology. Every single day. No excuses. This consistency is what prevents one subject from falling behind, and it ensures you're building momentum across the board, all at the same time. And if you're thinking, man, that sounds like a grind, well, you're right. But here's the mindset you need to have. Frame it like this. You put in 180 days of serious, hardcore work, and you could literally change the next 40 or 50 years of your entire life. That perspective changes everything. Okay, so we've got the time commitment locked down, 6 hours a day. But what do you actually do in those 6 hours, right? It's not just about staring at a book. So now let's get into the nitty-gritty, the specific strategy for each subject. So, for any topic you start, you have to do these 3 things first. No exceptions. First, watch the detailed lectures, not the short summary videos. Yeah, you can speed them up to 1.5x or 2x, that's fine, but you need the depth. Second, you solve every single question the teacher covers in that lecture. And third, you grind out all the previous year questions for that topic. That's your base. And only when you've done all of that, only then, are you ready to tackle the king of NEET prep, the NCERT books. But here's the thing, you don't just read them all the same way. The approach has to be smart. And check this out, this is so important. The strategy is different for each subject. For physics, you're not reading the whole chapter. You're hitting the summary, the solved examples, and only the single correct objective 1 questions from the exemplar. For chemistry, it's a whole different beast. You got to do a full reading, every Intext question, all the back exercises, and the entire exemplar. And then for biology, well, you know the drill. It's line-by-line memorization. You have to become the book, plus the full exemplar. This specific approach is a total game changer. All right, you've got the daily routine, you've got the materials, but now comes the secret sauce, the thing that our source calls the selection secret. This is what really makes a difference between getting a seat and just missing out. And you know what? The secret is so simple, it's almost crazy. It is far better to solve a limited set of high-quality questions multiple times than it is to solve thousands of different questions just once. Forget trying to finish every book out there. Your goal is mastery, not just coverage. And here's why that works. Think about it. If you solve 100 questions just one time, you're basically just memorizing how to solve those specific questions. So in the exam, you're stuck unless you see an exact copy. But if you solve those same 100 questions 3 times, you're not just memorizing, you're understanding the concept behind them. So when you see a similar or even a brand new question, you've got the tools to figure it out. That's real confidence. Last part, and this might be the most important. Let's talk about the mental journey. Because having the world's best plan means absolutely nothing if you burn out and quit when things get hard. And trust me, they will get hard. So your expectations have to be realistic. Most of us have this picture in our heads, right? We imagine our prep journey will be this perfect, smooth, straight line, just steadily climbing up to a 650+ score. We put in the work, we get the results. Simple. Yeah, that's a total fantasy, a myth. If preparation was that clean and simple, nobody would ever feel demotivated. The real journey is, well, it's a lot messier than that. The real journey looks more like this. You're going to hit plateaus, times when you're working your butt off, but your score just won't budge. You're going to have tests where your score suddenly drops, and it's terrifying. You'll have days where you feel like you're going backwards. But you'll also have these amazing moments, these sudden breakthroughs where your score jumps like crazy. All of this, the good and the bad, it's all just part of the process. And this is so key. Going through those tough times doesn't mean you're failing. It means you are on the exact same path every single successful student has walked. You can't avoid it, you just have to go through it. So there you have it. The roadmap is laid out. 6 hours of self-study a day, a super specific plan for NCERT, the secret of repetition, and the mental toughness to see it all through. The plan is here. The only question left is, are you ready for the journey?